And what I've noticed through my research of probiotics, I've definitely found one of my favorites, which is the Pro Good here. We'll link it down in the description. You guys can check it out on the website. But let's get straight into that. I find that I get great benefits from that, and a lot of my clients do. But particularly, what is a probiotic, and then what is a prebiotic, and why they're so important together?
Okay. All right, well, probiotic in its simplest term, it means pro-life, and it's good bugs for the gut.
Okay.
Basically, although you can have probiotics that are for the mouth only and things like that. But basically, in our context, it's good bugs for the gut. And prebiotics are fibre that feed the probiotics.
Okay.
And when you put prebiotics together with probiotics, you get this great boost in numbers as they travel down the gastrointestinal tract. And a product that is based on that principle is called a synbiotic because of the synergy that's happening.
Yep.
And so we think that you can, you're probably getting, say, a 30 billion per dose count of probiotics boosted to well over 1 trillion using that. And particularly if you combine different prebiotics with the probiotics, you can get an even bigger boost.
Right.
And that's what we do. And when you think that you've got 90 trillion bacteria in your gut, you need to get above 1 trillion down there to have an impact on the bad ones in that. So there's a sort of a threshold that's around 1 trillion. And if you're taking a probiotic that hasn't got that ability to generate over 1 trillion cells equivalent, then it's not going to work. It's not anywhere near as effective.
And are there certain strains that are best?
Absolutely, and this is what I like to call oils ain't oils. And there's been work done, and I mean CSIRO scientists from the Hyatt CSIRO, that's dairy research, were part of our CRC, Cooperative Research Centre, isolating and screening strains and looking at them, and this work has been repeated by Department of Primary Industry scientists and so on. And in the latter case, there's a nice graph that I've got that shows that, and it was given to me by International Animal Health Products, who make animal probiotics, or probiotics for animals, that is. And it shows that when they took 50 different strains of probiotics that are available on the Sydney market, and they tested them for their ability to suppress bad bugs like E. coli. The particular strain they used killed the woman who ate the Garibaldi salamis in South Australia a few decades ago. And what they found, and they tested the strains that I put into that process as well, and they found that a strain of acidophilus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, that I isolated from a Japanese food back in the 1980s was amongst the very best at suppressing the E. coli and other bad bugs. And the bifidobacterium that we use was also right next to it as one of the very best. And the startling piece of information was that there's a whole, you could line up all those cultures, those 50 cultures, from the very best to the very worst at doing that job. And the frightening thing was the last third of them actually stimulate the bad bugs.
Right.
That is scary.
So it makes you more unhealthy.
More unhealthy.
Yeah.
So you're taking a probiotic and you think it's doing you good. The only thing that's saving you from having bad effect is that the count is not high enough to do anything. All right? But if you're going to boost them to high levels, you have to know what you're doing. You have to have the very best strains. So that was very revealing, and there were 6 Lactobacillus acidophilus strains in there. I can't tell by looking at a label whether they're good ones or bad ones.
Okay.
I know that mine are amongst the best, and they're the only ones I'm going to ever use.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.